It is the Riot Podcast. Good Tuesday that feels like a Monday. I'm feeling good, though.
Oh, I'm feeling grand this morning.
For a Tuesday that feels like a Monday. Nikki is out, so you won't be hearing her today. You probably won't be hearing her tomorrow, but she will be back shortly.
Sometime.
I don't know if it's included in the podcast, but she just said she will be back soon, and she really wanted to make a point again that she didn't want anybody to worry that she's out.
Yeah, she's fine.
Unexpectedly.
She's doing good.
She is. We talked to her. She's just as cheerful as ever. So
she seemed kind of excited to be out.
Yeah,
maybe a little too excited.
Yeah, so she'll be back soon enough. In the meantime, you get extra Isaiah.
You get a full dosage of Isaiah and Hudson.
Maybe some might even say an overdose.
Oh. And today on the show, we kicked it off by talking about how I had kind of a rough weekend. It wasn't best case scenario. I had some car issues. My car got towed, which left me stranded for multiple days as I still don't have it.
Yeah.
And it's been nearly 3 days now.
But it really shows your commitment to RadioU that you're and the listeners, most importantly, that you're still here.
I know.
Even without your own car.
I could have been like, hey, I don't have a car, I can't come to work.
Yeah.
And Hudson's like, I'll pick you up. I'm like, well, I don't know. It's so out of the way.
I don't know what we would be doing if you had no car, you had no way to get here, and Nikki's out. So what would I do? The show on my own?
I have no idea.
I don't know if Sydney's in today either, actually.
Oh, my gosh.
She had a rough weekend, so it might just be me.
Oh, no, that'd be terrible.
I'd have to do a whole shift until, I'd just have to, what do you call it, broadcast for like 12 hours.
Oh, my gosh, you torture the listeners.
Solo. I don't think nobody wants that.
No.
I don't want it. Nobody wants to listen to that. So
yeah,
it's good that you're here.
We talked about that. We also talked about how a bride divorced her husband just after the wedding.
Yeah.
But
Which is unusual.
It was unusual. It was crazy. But also, I can see where she's coming from. I just think she took it a little bit far.
Yeah. There is just a question of, so how did it get to where they're getting married and she let all of the red flags maybe that had come up slide, but then at the wedding is when finally it all came crashing down. There had to have been signs, right? Do you think there had been signs that the couple should have known?
It just sounds like he's a jerk, essentially.
It does kind of sound like
she's like, I just don't do this one thing. If you could just not do this one thing on our wedding day, that'd be great. And what did he do?
He does the one thing.
He did the one thing.
Yeah.
So what can you say? What were you expecting to happen?
Right.
She's getting mad at you. What do you want? We talked about that. We also talked about something we're both very excited about, and that is the Moon Knight trailer.
Yeah, the Moon Knight trailer. If you didn't realize, I didn't know anything about Moon Knight. I had heard whispers, rumors swirling of Oscar Isaac playing Moon Knight. I didn't really make a connection that was a Marvel thing. I don't have any familiarity with Moon Knight. However, when the trailer dropped last night, Moon Knight is a new Disney Plus Marvel series that's coming in March, and the trailer has caught Isaiah and I's attention both.
Oh yeah, the costume.
Yeah,
that's all we need to say.
That's all we need to see. It's a 2-3 minute trailer. The more costume in the trailer, the better.
Yeah,
the more costume in the show, the better.
We're excited for that. We also touched on the first time Hudson and I met. The first thing he took away.
Yeah, first impressions.
And apparently, of all the things that he could have said, he said my boyish charm.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say of all the things I could have said, I said the most hurtful.
You did. You were like, I was like, what was your first impression of me? Like, what would you have said?
Yeah.
And he said that I looked like a little boy. So that was awesome. That's apparently how my first impression goes.
Oh, they're hiring a child.
We're hiring the little kid to the show, so that was awesome.
Did they get him at a discount or something?
Yeah, I know. Are we paying him?
Is he going to have to work reduced hours, I thought? And,
how much are we paying this kid?
And then here you are, a grown man, at least as far as your birthday says.
Hey, you know what? On the radio, you can't even tell how young I look. But I don't even think I look that young.
Why you should go on at RadioU Official on TikTok or Instagram. Find us on there, or the RadioU Riot Facebook page. Find some videos of Isaiah.
You can see my boyish charm.
See what you think. See what your first impressions are.
Yeah, what would your first take of it be? Apparently Hudson's was that I looked like a little boy. So that was an awesome segment.
I'm sure people have some hurtful ones they can throw at me as well.
Oh, I wonder what the listeners' first impression when they go to RadioU Riot on Facebook for the first time and they see us for the first time. They're like, well, that's not what you were supposed to look like. Yeah. That's not what your voice sounds like.
Guys would be cooler.
Yeah, I know. And then
if we sound cool.
Yeah, you're right. They they're like, we expected less, actually.
Yeah.
But yes, that was a little bit of everything this show. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, and bear with us as we work out the bumps with a day or two without Nikki. And tomorrow will be even better, right, Isaiah?
Oh, every day. That's
Every
our
day.
goal this year. Every day.
Constantly improving.
A little bit better.
Why don't you text us at 8772-RADIO-U? Tell us what we can improve upon. We'll try it.
I don't know if we wanted them to do that. We're gonna have a list.
We'll give it a shot.
A list of texts in.
We'll see. We can ignore them if we want, but I think we'll listen.
Oh yeah, text them in.
You text, we'll listen, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
The worst podcast with the best listeners. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Good morning, Isaiah.
Sounds like a good day to me.
Yeah,
it does.
I'm sure it does. Sure that it does.
You see, another thing that's crazy that I think about whenever we start the show,
Yeah.
like 3 minutes before the show, everybody probably thinks we're in here like having such a good time and talking a bunch and stuff, like prepped and ready to go. And we come on air and we're all lively, but it's literally dead in here. Like it could not be more silent when I walk into the radio station.
Yes.
And then we turn on the microphones and I start yelling, and that's just what you do in the morning. But I don't even know how it works. I don't know how my body just lets me do that, because literally 30 seconds ago, I felt like I couldn't even talk.
Yeah. Hey, the mics are off, and you don't want to say a word, but as soon as those lights come on, all of a sudden, so does Isaiah.
The show starts, baby, and we're ready to roll.
And the show must go on, and so Isaiah's here, and Nikki's not, but she'll be fine. She'll be back in a little bit. Isaiah, I wanted to point out something, though, to you. Did you notice today, so we've got a new person on RadioU.
Exciting.
Yeah. Nene is his name. You might have heard him preceding the riot, and he's going to be taking over the shift that you've been doing in the afternoons.
Oh, we're so excited.
Yeah, aren't you excited?
Oh, we're very excited.
Yes.
He's going to be on in the afternoons, taking over for me so I can do more stuff in the morning. So I'm excited for that.
Oh, we need you to do more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
haven't
can't
been
wait.
pulling your weight quite. So.
I'm here in the mornings. I'm here in the afternoons. It feels like I'm here all day.
Yeah, but did you notice, I don't know if you came in here quick enough to notice, after Nene left, or as he was leaving, he has something that it seems to be in common with you.
Oh, okay.
He has a blanket.
Oh,
he
boy.
has a work blanket.
It's catching on.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before people started bringing their own work blankets. I got a lot of crap for it in the beginning, and I think everybody's starting to realize.
So.
Everyone's starting to realize that maybe this isn't such a bad idea after all.
Well, I don't know. I think you've set a dangerous precedent, and now Nene is following in your footsteps, and who knows who will do so next. But it does concern me for, the professional nature of our company. We need to keep up an image.
You're right. We are very professional.
This is a business that we're trying to run here. And most businesses don't have people walking around with blankets wrapped around their waist.
Well, I think there's a little bit of a different persona around here in a radio station compared to many other corporate entities.
Well,
as
that's
nobody
true.
sees us pretty much ever. And so we come in here super early. There's nothing better than cuddling up with a blanket first thing in the morning.
You know what they say, though? Like, you don't dress for the job you have, you dress for the job you want. It's all a mindset. So having the mindset of being wrapped in a blanket, whether it's you or Nene, whoever, just going to make you feel like you're in the mindset of cuddling up and going to bed.
Hudson, it sounds like you want a blanket. Do you want
No, I don't want a blanket.
You can bring in a blanket. It's okay.
I'll admit it is cold in here today, and it's
Yes,
only going to
it
get
is.
colder the next few days. But it doesn't mean I need a blanket.
Well,
I just wear my jacket all the time.
It kind of seems like you want one,
Just get
though.
a space heater.
Like, you look across from me, I look so warm and cozy with this nice big blanket.
You're not going to win me over with the blanket.
Yet again, it's only a matter of time before everyone's in here with the blanket. I was talking to Michael like a week ago because Nene had mentioned that he was like, dang, a blanket sounds nice. It sounds nice in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's only a matter of time before everybody's walking in here with their own little blanket.
You're right.
And I'm going to take over this whole place.
This is The Riot. Radio U.
We're talking Weird Al Yankovic. Does anybody, do people still remember Weird Al? Do you remember
We
Weird
remember him, but we don't talk about him anymore.
Al? We don't, do we?
I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah. The last time you heard that name, what happened?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Years ago, probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you
At
think?
least, oh, for sure.
It's been a while since he put out new music. I do follow him quite closely.
Oh, do you?
No, I do like Weird Al a lot.
You like Weird Al?
I do. I listen to every album. I've heard them all.
An avid follower.
I'm an avid fan.
So what's the news with him now?
Weird Al is writing a movie about himself. So I guess that would be a biopic would be...
Sounds fitting.
but I guess it would be an autobiopic because he's writing it about himself. And so they've announced who will be playing Weird Al in the movie about Weird Al.
Okay.
Daniel Radcliffe. Does that name ring a bell?
No.
It doesn't?
Daniel Radcliffe. It rings a bell. Let's see if I can.
Take a look at his picture. See if you know who Daniel Radcliffe is.
Daniel Radcliffe. Oh, you
Picture him with a pair of dorky sunglasses and a wand.
Now this fits.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter himself.
So I don't think he should even go by Daniel. He should just go by Harry.
He should?
I mean, in his day-to-day life, I bet more people call him Harry than Daniel.
You think?
Oh, for sure. If you're Harry Potter, you go by Harry.
Yeah. You sure don't go by Daniel Radcliffe.
No chance. I would just go by Mr. Potter.
The sad thing is, for Daniel Radcliffe / Harry Potter, this is all he's known for, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's been in other movies. I've seen him in other movies. I remember some horror movie with him in it where like a kid dies. But he hasn't had a lot of other success outside of the Harry Potter realm. So
does he need any other success? I mean, come on, he's Harry Potter.
You don't want to be known by one character as an actor.
But that's a pretty darn good character to be known by.
Yeah.
If you're going to be known as one character, I mean, Harry Potter is a pretty good one.
I think it's a pretty darn terrible character to be known by.
Oh, you think so?
Frank with you. Yeah, I do.
What? Why?
I hate Harry Potter.
No, you don't.
I'm anti-Harry Potter.
You're anti-Harry Potter?
Yeah,
oh, my gosh.
I'm really anti-anything with wizards and fairies and magic. And
so you're not a big
whatnot.
Sci-fi guy?
That's not sci-fi.
That's sci-fi.
No, it's not. It's fantasy.
Fantasy, sci-fi, it's all the same.
The only
it's
fantasy I participate in is fantasy football.
Oh,
fantasy,
my gosh.
With like wizards and dungeons and dwarves. That's
Text
not
at
for me.
8772 RadioU. Roast Hudson. Please roast Hudson. You're not a fan of Harry Potter?
Not a fan of Harry Potter.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say to that. That's unreal. I love Harry Potter.
So what I hope is that Daniel Radcliffe, when he becomes Weird Al Yankovic, like that'll be his new, what'll be known by. It will overcome how he's known by Harry Potter, and he'll instead be known by Weird Al Yankovic.
I just don't see this whole Weird Al autobiography going.
You don't think it's going to take
big.
off?
No, I don't think it's going to go very big.
But it's going to be on the Roku channel.
Oh, the Roku channel.
Doesn't that give you some hope that it's going to have a wide range of audience?
Is it getting released in theaters as well, or no?
Well, you know what? A movie like this, you're going to want to at least put it out in New York and LA so it can get awards consideration.
Okay.
Obviously.
But, I mean, it's going to get a ton of them, ton of awards.
Right. So for the Oscars.
Yes, of course.
So you got to do that. But I think I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be for someone like me, and I have a Roku that I don't actually normally use, but I will plug it in and find the Roku channel to watch this movie whenever it comes out.
Oh, no, you will not.
I will too.
You will not watch this.
I guarantee you 100%.
Really? The Weird Al Yankovic biography.
You have no idea how much I like Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, you're a big... I know you said you're a big fan, but watch
what's your favorite
the movie.
Song?
Oh, I couldn't even name one.
You can't name one Weird Al song?
I couldn't even name one Weird Al song. I bet if you said one, though, I might know it. Oh, yes, yeah. They're all just parody songs.
Yeah, that's his deal.
I know that's his thing.
That's what he does.
That's his thing, but at the same time...
You say it's like it's a bad thing.
I mean, it's not a good thing.
Name someone else who does parody songs.
Exactly. There you go. If you're the only one doing something, it's probably not that cool.
What? No. No, it means you're the best at it, and nobody else even tries to compete.
Interesting. I think Weird Al found his little niche. He has a very small niche, and apparently you're a part of it.
I'm a part of the niche, and you're a part of the Harry Potter niche.
I mean, that's a much bigger niche.
It's a bigger niche. It's a worse niche.
2 is better than 1. Unless we're talking about The Riot. The Riot, RadioU.
In Hong Kong, they are going to stop people from being able to buy hamsters and other small mammals. And not only are they stopping people from buying them, but a few hamsters are going to have to pay the price.
Oh, no. Not the hamsters.
Yep. You know what the hamsters did?
What'd they do?
They contracted COVID-19.
Now, how is that even possible? A hamster?
I'll tell you what happened. There was a pet store in Hong Kong. One of the employees contracted the Delta variant. They tested positive for the Delta variant of COVID-19. Doesn't that feel like, what is this, like 10 years ago? The Delta variant? Come on.
Long ago.
Yeah.
We're like 5 variants from them.
I know. And so they tested positive for the Delta variant. They were working at the pet store, and the hamsters at the pet store started to wind up. I guess they exhibited symptoms as well or something, but they realized that the hamsters were also catching the virus. And so
they lost their sense of smell is what the hamsters.
Yeah, they could tell.
They're like, these guys are smelling the same.
So so they've decided that they are going to stop the sale of all hamsters and the import of other small animals. Anybody who has a hamster, they want to tell you that that's okay. Those hamsters are okay if you bought it. If you did not buy it from this pet store, you can keep your hamster.
Grandfathered in, okay.
Yeah, they're grandfathered in, and but they do not want you to take it out of the house, and they don't want you to like kiss it or love it too much.
Oh, what's your pet? What do you mean?
It's a hamster.
I don't really know how hamsters work, though.
I think
I've never had a hamster.
I don't know. I feel like I can imagine like a little child. I can picture this. It's a little child. It's got its two hands in front of it. And,
yes.
The hamster, it's like holding it up to its eye level, and then it kisses it.
Can you
imagine
for sure.
That? Like a 5-year-old?
Hamsters getting a lot of kisses, for sure.
Yeah, from children.
Oh, yeah.
Adults, I don't think it's unreasonable to ask adults to stop with the hamster kissing. But
I think if you own a hamster, you're definitely kissing it.
Yeah,
you're kissing the hamster. It doesn't matter the age. If you own a hamster, you're definitely kissing it.
Well, you might have to kiss it goodbye, because if you did buy it from this pet store, they are they're going to have you do a mandatory quarantine for yourself, even though they even admit this. There's no evidence that hamsters can transmit the virus to humans.
My gosh.
But you can't be too careful.
You can never be too careful. So they're quarantining everybody because they might. They're
quarantining the people who have bought the hamsters from this pet store, and those hamsters that have been bought from the pet store will be confiscated and will meet an untimely end.
Can you imagine if I texted in this morning? I was like, I won't be in this morning. My hamster gave me COVID.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Isaiah, get in here. Stop making up lies.
What
like,
another
come on.
excuse, huh?
Yeah, you're like, that can't be true. But
Why
my gosh.
you get vaccinated against the hamster COVID?
Yeah, the hamster COVID's a different strain, so it's a whole other variant we're developing here.
The Riot Podcast. RadioU.
This is the perfect story for you, Isaiah. I really wanted to get your thoughts on this because we've heard before, your father was a farmer.
He was a farmer, yes.
He was a farmer. He's no longer, right?
No longer a farmer. He did not hand off very many of his farming skills to me.
He didn't?
As I am not much of a farmer, unfortunately. I wish that I was a little bit handier than I am.
You think?
Oh, for sure. My dad can fix anything. Me, on the other hand, if you hand me a wrench, I just don't even know what to do with it.
Do you know how to bale hay?
I do not know how to bale hay. I have not baled hay.
Do you know how to milk a cow?
I've never milked a cow.
You've never milked a cow?
Have you milked a cow?
No, I don't think so.
Then why would you expect me to milk a cow?
Because, like, if you go to the fair, I went to the fair a lot, and you could milk a cow if you wanted to, even if you didn't have a farm. And so I kind of thought that if you did have a farm, you probably would.
No, I've never milked a cow. That's an
accessible, easy thing to do.
I love milk, but I've never done it straight from the udder.
Yeah, you should try it.
Try it straight from the udder.
I've never tried that either.
I feel like I wouldn't be very good at it. I just know I wouldn't.
It might be even better.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, the milk might be better. I don't know if you'd be good at it or
I
not.
wouldn't be good at it. The milk, though, could be good. It'd be like the wholest of whole milk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'd probably love it. So it'd probably be warm too.
I don't know if I'd like it.
Do you have any analysis on that? Your dad was a farmer.
Oh,
is the milk warm when it comes out?
I have no idea if it's warm, but he always talked about, like, obviously they just drank it out of the cow back then.
Yeah.
And he always said it was good. It was very creamy, he said.
So now we know where your love of milk comes from.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Well, the story at hand is, can you tell me what this machinery is in this video?
It looks like a harvester.
A harvester?
Yeah.
Are they both harvesters? Is it two harvesters?
I assume so. Yeah, that would make sense.
Two harvesters, and one guy has his harvester parked, and he is squatting behind the harvester with his pants pulled down.
Oh, my goodness.
And then we have the man filming who is driving his harvester, and he says the other guy's been doing this all summer long, all year long. He's been out in the field, squatting in the field.
It was only a matter of time.
And so finally, the guy who's filming and driving the other harvester, what does he do? What is he spraying onto this man?
It looks like whatever they're harvesting, I can't tell. It's like some sort of grain. Yeah. Just completely dumps it on him.
Dumps it while he's taking a dump.
And there's nothing worse than that. I think if you're getting like, he's obviously in a very vulnerable position as he is using the restroom in the middle of a field. Yeah. But he set himself up for this though. Like, he's the one who's doing it in the middle of the field. He probably tell him every time, they're like, Tony, why don't you just like do it before we go out? Like, you do this every single time. And so he probably had it coming, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you think?
I think so.
Sounds like he has a reputation. But okay, here's my question. How does he not hear the other harvester coming?
I know, that's what I was thinking too.
It feels like a setup in a way.
It is pouring. Like, it's not like it's like a little bit. Like, he gets covered
Doused
in grain. Like, covered in grain. And my question is as well, like, there's no wipe here. There's absolutely no wipe.
Right.
There's no wipe.
That's a big risk, unless he's planning ahead.
No.
And bringing a roll with him or something, but you don't see that in the video.
Especially when they say, like, he does this regularly.
Yeah.
You'd think maybe in his harvester, he might have, like, a roll of toilet paper in there if this is a regular thing for him. He just, when he gets down...
Which at that point, if you can plan that far ahead...
You might as well just go before you get out there.
Right. Or time your harvesting for when it will fit in with your bathroom schedule. So here's what concerns me. Is it normal for a person driving a harvester out in the middle of the field to just do what that man is doing?
I don't think so.
To just drop trow and take a dump? Is that
no
normal?
way.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, he's in the middle of a field. Yet again,
where else are you supposed to go?
I keep on circling back to this whole no wiping thing. I mean, I think it's
one
thing.
Problem.
It's one thing to if you have to go pee, but go on number two.
Maybe there's a lot of corn husks out there.
Oh my gosh!
Discarded corn husks.
There's no leaves or plants or anything, but there might be some. Might find some corn laying around. No, I think going pee is one thing, but going number two out in the middle of the field, like, come on, man, what are we doing here?
So your dad didn't do this.
I cannot speak.
As far as you know,
I cannot speak on if he has done this or not. I have to assume no, but
you would hope this is
it
just feels unsanitary. I guess there's all kinds of manure out in the field probably, and he's just adding to the mixture, but it also doesn't feel right, does it?
No, it does not feel right. And getting doused in the grain as well. I mean, especially when you're in that position. I mean, it's going everywhere, so that looks terrible.
It's going to be in your pants.
Yeah, exactly. So and then you sit back and you continue to work after that.
Right.
And you're just covered in grain. You got to be so itchy.
You didn't wipe.
Itchy.
No, so many issues.
So many.
We're not farmers, but we would advise against it.
Yeah, if I was a farmer, this would be me. Yes, advise against it.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy dandy fast forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Isaiah, are you a hot sauce fan?
See, I'm a fan of hot sauce, but I'm also not like a crazy fan. Like, I'm not going to put it on everything, but I do enjoy it on some things.
So then Frank's Red Hot wouldn't be for you.
No, Frank's Red Hot is for me. That's what I have.
Yeah, but they say I put that on everything.
Oh, is that they're
That's
saying?
What they say.
See, I've got that in my fridge now, and I put that on some things, but not everything.
You're not fully embracing.
No, not all the way.
Frank's Red Hot lifestyle. Well, I've got here a list of America's favorite hot sauces by the best way possible, by how much they've sold.
Oh, yeah.
This is via Instacart data, and now they're doing it by weight. So if one person just bought the world's biggest bottle of one kind of hot sauce on Instacart, then that one would by default win. But so this isn't by the amount of money spent or the amount of sheer product, but they mostly come in the same size bottles and stuff like that. So this is a pretty fair way to judge it. So would you like to guess the top hot sauce on Instacart?
Well, I feel like the only hot sauce I know is Frank's Red Hot.
Really? That's the only one you know by name?
I think so. Are there other ones that I can that are even well known?
This is how I know you're not a hot sauce aficionado.
Oh, could you name a bunch of them?
I can name a bunch of hot sauces.
No, you couldn't.
And I've tried a lot of. Oh, I could.
Oh, let's hear some of
them. And it's not just because I've got a top 10 list in front of me.
Let's hear some of the names then.
Well, I'll list them and I'll tell you if I've heard of them or not. How about that?
And I'll also say if I've heard of them. Probably not.
Number 10. Valentina.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it either. Number 9, Louisiana.
Never heard of it.
I'm familiar with Louisiana, not my favorite.
Okay.
Number 8, Heinz. Obviously, we know Heinz. I didn't know they had their own style of hot sauce, although they have 57 varieties or whatever, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Number 7, Texas Pete.
You
don't know Texas Pete?
No. Are you a fan of Pete?
I've heard of it. I don't know much if I have a strong opinion either way. 6, you have to know this one, Tabasco.
Oh, yeah.
Tabasco is a personal favorite of mine, although I go not with the standard Tabasco. It's fine, but I like the smoky chipotle Tabasco.
And now when I think of Tabasco,
darker.
Too, I feel like they're like in a very thin bottle. Like, are they in pretty small bottles? So
they're pretty small.
If we're doing this by weight, they probably sold a lot of them.
They definitely sold a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they did come in higher because that's a favorite of mine, but they have different varieties too, where some of these other ones don't. Number 5, Tapatio.
Never heard of that
That's
one.
one you see on the tables at Mexican restaurants sometimes, I think.
now that you
I
say
think that's a
that.
California favorite.
Okay.
Number 4, I hadn't heard this one, but I looked it up. It's Berman's. Berman's is seems to be the Aldi brand. So
Okay.
it's a knockoff in a way.
Well, I don't know if that's
it
a
wouldn't be
knockoff.
necessarily a household name, but that shows how popular Aldi is.
I'm about to say household doesn't be number 4. That's pretty good.
Number 3, Cholula. Of course, you know Cholula. Cholula, it has the guy with the Mexican hat, the sombrero, and the top is wooden. No, wait, Cholula is the woman. Tapatio is the one with the Mexican hat.
Cholula, you
don't know
say.
Cholula.
Maybe if I
Cholula has the
there
wooden.
needs to be
It has
pictures
a
of all
wooden.
these. Oh no, I've never seen this.
You've never seen it.
I don't think
With
so.
the wooden screw-on
It looks
lid.
like a cool bottle though.
Yeah, Cholula's fine. Number 2 is your Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, I think this is debatable if it can be included. Hoi Fong Sriracha.
Hoi Fong Sriracha. See, this I never
That's
heard
the one
of.
with the rooster.
The rooster.
So it is
huh?
recognizable. Not debating the brand. It's probably very popular.
I have seen this
but
one,
does
yes.
sriracha count as a typical hot sauce? It's a different thing. Sriracha is a sauce. Hot sauce is a sauce.
Yes.
In my view.
I don't know. It's all spicy though.
It is spicy.
It's all spicy.
It's hot. You
It
can't
depends
debate that
on.
it's hot.
I guess they say hot sauces, but I mean, if we're just going by hot sauce like spicy, then I guess we have to count it.
I guess we have to. So there you have it. The favorite hot sauce of America is actually imported from overseas.
Why pay for so many streaming services that you don't really care about when you can not really care about the Riot for free? Radio U.
So, Isaiah, you're never too old to be a PBS kid.
Oh, of course not.
You're not. And I don't think that's their slogan, but
It
they're
should
free
be.
to use it because I just came up with it. And for something tells me that people of all ages will be PBS kids here coming up in just a little bit when they air the season, not just the season, the series finale of the show, Arthur.
Wow, this is the longest series finale, like the biggest break almost ever. Like when did the last newest episode come out? Years ago.
I don't have an answer for that, but feels like it has been a while. So it is the 25th and final season of Arthur, and PBS has revealed that when they do air the final episode, they've got 4 new episodes. They will air on PBS and stream for free on PBS Kids, I guess the app, starting on February 21st. And that will run, their conclude the entire show of Arthur. They have said in these final episodes, they will show Arthur and the characters in the show as grown-ups.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You don't know?
I don't know if I'm ready to see Arthur all grown up now. That might hurt me a little bit.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
I picture him as just like a little kid.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to grow up just like we've all grown up.
I know. And
All
it
of the
also
fans of the
says
show.
over 250 episodes.
It's been a
That's
lot
crazy.
of
Also,
Arthur.
25 seasons. That's that's so many. A lot of
Yeah.
success there from Arthur.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why are you killing a cash cow like that?
I know. They should keep it rolling.
But remember when Blue's Clues, when
Oh, I love
Steve
Blue's
from
Clues.
you're a
Yes.
Blue's Clueser. Remember when Steve put out that video a little while back last year and was like making people cry?
Oh, yeah, heartbreaking,
You
yes.
think the Arthur finale is going to make people cry? Like it's going to go around?
I don't
viral
know.
Like that?
That was pretty tearing at the heartstrings there. What
Yeah, it
Steve
was,
did.
right?
I don't know if this will have that kind of an impact. It depends how they do it. Obviously, making them all grown up. Like, is it going to be just normal, or is it going to be like them really like making a big conclusion to the
Yeah.
Arthur series? So.
Right, maybe they come back for the class reunion or something.
Oh,
You think that could
are
make
you like
sense?
writing the plot line
I don't know.
here?
It's an idea I have.
Yeah, that's
some
a good
Arthur
one.
fan fiction I've written before.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Let's put it this way. In the Arthur finale where they show them all as grown-ups, who do you think is the most likely from Arthur to just be turned into a sad sack failure?
Oh, a sad sack
Yeah.
failure? Oh, I don't know.
Who's the worst Arthur character grown up?
The worst one growing
Yeah.
up? What do we have? Is it Buster the Rabbit?
Buster, he's an obvious choice.
I mean,
isn't he?
his name's Buster. So
Yeah.
that right there is like
The odds are stacked against
If you
him,
grow
aren't
up
they?
as a Buster,
Well,
that's
him
pretty tough.
And Binky is the other one.
Oh yes.
You're gonna have a tough time being Binky, but
it
see,
has to be Binky.
you think Binky?
I don't know. Binky was so sweet though.
He did have Heart of Gold, didn't he?
I know he did.
He
You know
did.
Binky.
See, I don't know. Buster is the obvious choice, but I think somehow Buster just figures it out. I was thinking, those twins that are like DW's age.
DW.
Yeah.
I remember DW.
Timmy and Tommy.
Timmy and Tommy. I don't know if I remember
I
Timmy
think
and
they're
Tommy.
trouble. Yeah.
Dang. Now I wonder what happens now in the finale. I want to know.
Doesn't it have you intrigued?
Yeah, it does have me intrigued. Now, how can they twist it?
I don't know if the writers of Arthur have the courage to make any of the characters sad sack failures as they grow up.
Make it a little controversial.
Odds are, right? Francine, Brain, Arthur, one of these, they have to turn it. Like, things can't go well for all of them.
No, they can't all be perfect.
I'll tell you who's insufferable, even though she's going to be just fine. Muffy.
Oh, Muffy Crosswire.
Yeah. The Muffy, everything's going to turn out all right for her, even though, every once in a while she'd learn a little moral lesson, but she never really seemed to apply those lessons going forward in future episodes either.
I'm thinking that Buster, he's my bet. Yeah. Buster, yeah, I'm thinking so.
Things just don't turn out well for Buster. He's still living with his parents.
Him or Binky, yeah, I'm thinking so.
I think Binky, I think something works out for him.
He had a little bit of success.
Yeah.
Success later on in the career.
I don't know. I'll tell you, I'm intrigued to learn.
It could be Arthur.
It could be.
We didn't even consider.
Actually, you're probably right. Arthur, what is notable about Arthur?
He falls off the beaten path a little bit, goes down the wrong road, and now he's trying to work his way back into making some right decisions.
Arthur did have a tough time sometimes making the right choices, staying with the right crowd, so...
it'll be the season finale. We'll see how it all plays out. Yeah. We're thinking controversial.
Yeah, if I have it my way, if it goes according to my fan fiction, things are going to be, it's going to be crazy. But either way, looking forward to the Arthur season finale. We've talked far too long about Arthur, but I'm here for it. I'm here for Arthur. I can't wait for the finale.
Welcome to The Riot, where you listen to us and that's it. It's pretty much a one-way street. The Riot. RadioU.
I have an article here from Vice. Vice, I'm not going to go too in-depth, but basically what they are proposing at Vice is that using gifs is something old people do and not something that, the current generation. If you want to be cool nowadays, you do not use gifs.
I love a good gif, though.
You're a giffer? I'm
not a giffer, but there's a time and a place for a gif. And if you insert a gif at the appropriate time, it can hit so well.
I was thinking about this, and I might kind of agree with Vice here.
You think it's for old people?
I think it might be. I think I'm too young. I'm too young, too cool, too hip to use gifs.
To use a gif?
Yeah.
No, come on.
Gifs are so 2018.
Oh my gosh. I feel like if it's used like mainly in a group message, if you toss in a gif in a group message, and you've used a gif recently.
When?
In our group message with me, you and Nikki, you recently used a gif.
I know you guys like them, so
okay.
I was just, playing to the audience.
Okay, because a boomer is what age group? Is that like in the 50s?
Boomers are at least late 50s, years old, not year born.
So we're thinking that's the age group that uses gifs. I feel like I feel like everybody can use a gif. It shouldn't be just held to the boomers.
Well, the saying though, okay boomer.
Yeah, I know.
So that doesn't literally mean that you're from a baby boomer generation person. It just means, hey, you're sounding old with what you're saying. At least that's how I interpret it. And if you're using a GIF, that's an okay boomer moment.
Hey, if you use a GIF, I approve of your GIF using, as long as you're using it yet again in an appropriate time. Don't be the person who tosses out GIFs free,
constantly.
There is a too much GIF. But if you just slide it in there every now and then I like that. I like it. There's good ones.
You know what? Maybe what has left GIFs behind in part is if you go on TikTok, which is what's cool now, at least unless something has come along that's even cooler than TikTok that we don't even know about yet. TikTok is where the cool people are. And a lot of uncool too. But you can't use GIFs. Can you use GIFs on TikTok? If you can, I've never seen anybody do it.
No, I don't think you can.
In the comment section?
No, you cannot use a GIF.
Yeah, so why would, on the coolest platform, if you can't even use a GIF, that means it's not cool.
See, I can't keep up with what's supposed to be cool and what's not cool.
Yeah, we can tell.
Oh, be quiet. Enough, okay? They say like some people think emojis are out too now. I don't know if you've heard that.
Well, how can you... Emojis are constantly changing, constantly updating. So the typical emojis, yes, but
am I using the right ones? I don't even know
if you are. I don't know if you are. I think
like the wrong laughy face.
I think you need to do some research. Yeah, I think you need to look up what the current emojis you should be using are.
See, I don't
Because
feel
you're
like I
probably saying stuff you don't even realize what the emojis you're putting out.
I feel like I shouldn't be judged off of my emoji usage, GIF usage. I'm just trying to have fun when I send my text messages. You know what? Maybe I'll use nothing
well,
at
that's
all.
what a boomer would say.
Okay.
Why do I have to be cool? Why can't I just have fun?
I'm just having fun in my own little way.
Yeah.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
The great, white, frigid, frozen north.
Doesn't sound as nice now that you say that.
Does it? But it's, a lot of the country in the United States is very frigid and frozen as well.
I'd rather avoid the cold if possible.
Yeah, so maybe you want to go south. Well, in Canada, it's so frigid and frozen that which river is this? The RadioU River in Ontario. It's frozen over. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's got a sheet of ice on top of the river. The sheet of ice so thick that a woman was able to drive her car, her Scion sedan, it looks like. She was driving her car on the frozen river.
Just for fun? Like just as like a look at me, like what I'm doing?
Yeah, I guess once you get to the conclusion of the story, it was clearly a look at me moment because she was driving and it's actually unbelievable. They say 30 kilometers she was driving. People think along this river. Like that's how long she was able to drive on the frozen river. Why
would you even risk that? I don't understand. Like what is her motive here?
I don't know if that's been fully explained. However, here's what it all comes to. It comes to a head where at a certain point after driving, some say up to possibly 30 kilometers, which is several miles. I don't know exactly how many. I don't have the calculation in my head. Her car finally does break through the ice. And so it's slowly sinking there. And you can see the pictures of her car sinking into the ice. Meanwhile, she has climbed out of the car, is standing on the back of it, the boot, as they might say in the UK. She's standing on the back of the car, the rear windshield. And as it sinks, holding up her phone, taking a selfie.
No,
as her car
she's
sinks
not.
into the RadioU River.
Oh my gosh, she's unbothered. She's unbothered.
Unfazed. Almost as if it was all a plan.
Oh my goodness. Maybe she didn't care about her car. Maybe she just got a new car and she was like, maybe this will make me like TikTok famous. I'll make a bunch of money off the video, which I mean, I'm sure she did if she took a video.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm seeing basically like these third person accounts. Like this picture is not the picture she took because it's a picture of her taking a picture of herself. So,
how famous could she have gotten? I mean, we're talking about her. 30 kilometers is 18 miles.
18 miles.
That's
she drove
far.
on the river.
I cannot believe she made it
That's
that far.
That's a very frozen river.
And what is she thinking? How long was she going to go? Was she just going to keep going till it broke?
Yeah, maybe that was her plan.
She just does not care about her car.
But I don't know. You would almost think like if she's so unfazed by the car sinking into the river and stuff, you would think maybe this is like, I don't know what to say, like a suicide attempt, but like she's done with life. But then she gets out of the car and she's all jovial and whatever.
She's all happy and her car's going down and she's at the top.
Something is off.
What would you do if you accidentally drove onto a river? And your car goes through the ice? I'd be crying.
I wouldn't be taking a selfie, I'll tell you that. Not until I had gotten to safety.
I'd have my hands on the fender bender. I'd be trying to pull it out of there.
Yeah,
she's hoping it sinks. She's sitting on top of the car.
She doesn't even care.
Send her down, baby. I'd be grabbing onto the thing.
It is a Scion. So.
Yeah. I guess she's like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I would be clutching on the wheels, trying to pull that thing out of there. Obviously, I have no chance to do it.
Of course not.
But I'm not going down without a fight. Watching my truck go through the water, I'd have to try to fight for it at least.
Maybe for her, this was a little bit of a Michael Scott moment. Maybe the GPS was leading her along the river.
She didn't even know she was on the river.
She didn't realize.
That's why she was driving on it so long.
Yeah.
Turn left here.
Yeah. It never told her to get off. Maybe there might have been a road that runs, perpendicular to the river. And so she was close enough that
her GPS thought she was
is just like, yep, this is fine. This is normal.
She had 3 miles until the next exit. She couldn't figure out where it was. There was no sign. She had no idea what the speed limit was either.
If she just had gotten to the exit, she would have made it, and the car would have been fine.
Yeah, she made a little bit of a different exit. Unfortunately, underneath.
She did. So she has, of course, been charged with some criminal charges, dangerous operation of a motor vehicle. But I think that's it. So not even that bad.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
I feel like I've been teaching you a lot, Isaiah, about being cool.
Oh, is that what we're doing? That's what this show has been so far this morning.
I mean, I'm just trying to bring you along, but this is something that, if true, I think that you have something to teach me here.
Is this so?
This is in regards to the world of fashion.
Oh, you're kind of you say you're fashionista.
You think I'm a fashionista?
You like you like what you like, you know? You like flannels, I know that.
I set my own fashion, and whatever the rest of the world may go, I'm not going to change.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking.
So where does this apply to you here? Are you ready to make a change?
If I wanted to be included, if I wanted to follow the fashion trends, this is the trend I would need to follow.
Oh.
And it looks like you might actually be in on the fashion trend and you don't even realize.
Oh, you think that you think I'm ahead of the game on this one?
You might be a little bit. So this is from the Wall Street Journal, which is where I go for all of my fashion.
Oh, yeah.
The Wall Street Journal has declared that for 2022, especially for men's fashion, the trend is basically dressing like a child.
So what you're insinuating is you think I'm already dressing like a child.
In some ways, you're dressing like a child.
I'm wearing a black hoodie.
I just really think that's what it is. That's what it is, the hoodie.
Oh, you think it's the hoodie,
It's the hoodie.
It's the comfortability
Yeah.
of the black hoodie.
So this is the fashion editor of Wall Street Journal, the men's fashion editor. His name is Jacob Gallagher. He says that in 2022, we should be prepared to see more adventurous colors and accessories, on men as the new fashion trend. He says, following, like, picture in your mind, picture Pete Davidson, picture Justin Bieber, picture how they dress.
That's how you want me to look?
That's the fashion trend. Well, they wear, I mean, I'm looking at a picture of Justin Bieber right now wearing the big hoodie.
No.
That's what you wear.
No.
You do. It's not as colorful. You got a black one on. You don't go as adventurous with the colors.
I am not adventurous. I will say this. I am a neutral color wearer. I like my grays, my whites, my blacks, my tans.
Yeah, that's true. You don't really spice it up too much.
I don't really wear color. They're always
don't.
neutral because I don't think I look good in the colors.
The most color you have is when you wear like a brown something with orange on it.
Yeah, that's the only... Just a little flavor, little orange flavor. But I think that if you are inspired by the Justin Biebers, Pete Davidsons, like they wear like crazy things, and they're able to get away with that because they're famous. Now, but
don't you want to look like Pete Davidson?
Listen, if I wore something that Pete Davidson would wear, you guys would think I look like an idiot. You guys would think I look ridiculous.
Well, come on, can't we all aspire to look like Pete Davidson?
Yeah, but if
hey, the key is confidence. You put on a Pete Davidson outfit and you walk around with the confidence that Pete Davidson has. All of a sudden, who knows?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm still not Pete Davidson or Zac Efron or Justin Bieber, so they're going to be like, well, who is this guy and who does he think he is?
You've got a leg up on Pete Davidson just sheerly because you're not Pete Davidson.
Hey, you know what? He pulls it off, though. He pulls off outfits I would never wear. I would never even attempt to wear. I think if you try to dress like cool or like fashionable, like, I think there's a difference between trying to look nice. Like I try to look like nice for the most part, presentable, like outfits that I like. I know what I look good in, and that's what I wear. And then there's trying to be like fashionable and trying to like look cool. I am not the person
you can't do that.
who can pull that off. I look like I'm trying to, and I look silly.
So you don't want to get on board the trend that is being dubbed kidcore.
I feel like I'm already kidcore.
You're kidcore.
I feel like I'm already. I mean, I just wear comfortable clothing.
I just really think, but
not colorful.
They're talking about like to back up this theory. I guess a fashion website called List, like spelled with a Y, says that kidcore was highly searched in 2021 already. That people are looking for things like cartoon character Crocs.
Oh my gosh.
And what was the other one that they said? Charm necklaces is a big one. So
maybe I'm not kidcore then.
No, you're not kidcore.
I don't think I'm kidcore.
See, I don't think I can picture you in cartoon character Crocs either.
Yeah, that's not going to be me. That's not going to be me.
I don't know. I just saw the hoodie, and when I think Pete Davidson, and when I think like with the big hoodies, I think like the style of, remember the Disney Channel show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Remember how Zack and Cody dressed?
Yes.
That's you kind
Striped
of
shirts.
Yeah, you kind of like that.
Cargo shorts.
And that's what I picture kidcore being, but maybe I don't even know what kidcore truly is.
It's different nowadays.
Yeah.
The kids don't even dress like they used to.
I don't know if Zack and Cody would wear cartoon character Crocs either.
No, Zack and Cody, they'd be way out of fashion now. They wouldn't stand a chance.
You're right.
They would get bullied if they went to school now.
That's right. So if you don't want to get bullied, you get your cartoon character Crocs.
Yeah, apparently that's what you need. Charm necklaces and cartoon character Crocs.
You just heard the worst of the worst. We'd give you the best of the best, but we'd have to find that. As soon as we do, you'll be the first to know.